They say the new year is a time for fresh beginnings, a night filled with hope, celebration, and joy. But for Marissa, it became the night her life turned into a waking nightmare. Alone in her quiet, snow-covered home, she expected nothing more than the usual countdown and fireworks. What she got instead was a visitor, a shadowy, otherworldly presence that would haunt her forever. What started as a simple knock at the door became a descent into terror. This is the story of the Midnight Visitor. Sit back, but don't get too comfortable, because some doors are better left unopened. The clock struck midnight, and the distant rumble of fireworks echoed over the quiet suburban neighborhood of Ashwood Hollow. Snow blanketed the streets, shimmering under the dim streetlights, and the faint sound of celebratory cheers wafted through the cold night air. It was New Year's Eve, and everyone was either partying indoors or huddling under blankets to escape the icy wind. Everyone except for Marissa. She had moved into her small rental house only a month ago and wasn't yet accustomed to the eerie silence of the place. The house, tucked away at the end of a dead-end street, seemed to breathe with its creaks and groans. A draft seeped through the wooden floorboards, and the peeling wallpaper hinted at years of neglect. But the rent was cheap, and Marissa had no other choice. Tonight, she sat alone in her living room, a half-empty wine glass beside her on the coffee table. The muted TV flickered in the corner, playing some late-night New Year's Eve countdown. Her phone vibrated with messages from friends she couldn't afford to visit this year. The clock read 12:03 when the first knock came. Knock, knock, knock. Marissa froze. The sound was faint, deliberate. She turned toward the front door, her heart quickening. Who would visit at this hour? Knock, knock, knock. The second series of knocks was louder, more insistent. Marissa hesitated, grabbing her phone and creeping toward the door. She peeked through the peephole. Nothing. The porch light illuminated an empty front yard, the barren tree in the corner casting long shadows across the snow. Shivering, she stepped back, her hand trembling as she locked the deadbolt. Probably kids messing around, she muttered, trying to calm herself. But as she turned to walk away, the knock came again, this time from the back door. Knock, knock, knock. Her breath caught. Her house didn't have a back porch, only a small yard bordered by an old wooden fence. Her eyes darted toward the kitchen. The back door was just beyond it, its window frosted over with ice. Summoning her courage, Marissa edged toward the kitchen, her footsteps muffled by the thin carpet. The back door loomed in the dim light. She grabbed the nearest weapon she could find, a kitchen knife, and peered through the frosted glass. A shadow shifted outside. Something, or someone, stood just beyond the door, motionless. The outline was tall, unnaturally tall, with thin, elongated limbs. She squinted, trying to make out more details, but the figure suddenly jerked, pressing a long, skeletal hand against the glass. Marissa stumbled back, dropping the knife. The hand dragged downward, leaving a trail of frost. Her phone buzzed on the counter, and she snatched it up, dialing 911 with trembling fingers. 911. What's your emergency? Someone's at my house, she whispered, her voice cracking. They're trying to get in. The operator's calm voice barely registered as Marissa backed away from the door, her eyes fixed on the shadowy figure. I'll send a unit to your location, the operator said. Stay on the line. Suddenly the knocking stopped. The silence was deafening, stretching on for what felt like an eternity. Then a new sound filled the air, a slow, scraping noise, like nails dragging across metal. Marissa turned toward the living room window. Her blood ran cold. The figure was now outside the front window, its face, or what should have been a face, pressed against the glass. Empty black sockets stared into the room, and its mouth stretched into a grotesque grin, revealing rows of needle-like teeth. The scraping sound grew louder as it clawed at the window, the glass bowing inward as if it might shatter. Help is on the way, the operator said. It's here, Marissa whispered, backing into the corner of the room. The glass gave a sickening crack before shattering entirely. The creature slithered inside, its long limbs bending at unnatural angles. It moved like liquid, its bones popping audibly as it contorted itself through the window frame. Marissa screamed, dropping the phone. She darted toward the kitchen, slipping on the hardwood floor as the creature's sharp claws scraped behind her. She grabbed the knife again, her only weapon against the intruder. When it lunged at her, she slashed wildly, the blade connecting with its arm. To her horror, the wound didn't bleed but oozed black, tar-like ichor. The creature didn't recoil. It only laughed, a guttural, bone-chilling sound that echoed in her ears. In a desperate move, Marissa grabbed the salt shaker from the counter and threw its contents at the creature. The effect was immediate. It shrieked, its skin sizzling where the salt touched. The thing recoiled, retreating toward the shattered window, its elongated form twisting in agony. Marissa didn't wait to see what happened next. She bolted out the front door, barefoot in the snow, as distant sirens wailed in the night. She ran to her neighbor's house, pounding on the door until an elderly man opened it, startled by her panicked state. By the time the police arrived, the creature was gone. All that remained was the shattered glass and the black ichor smeared across the floor. Marissa never stayed in that house again. Marissa thought she had escaped the nightmare, but as she tried to move on, she could never shake the feeling that she was being watched. The creature left no trace, except for the black ichor on her kitchen floor and the memory etched into her mind. And then, a year later, on another snowy New Year's Eve, Marissa's phone buzzed with a single notification. A message. It was an image of her new home, taken from outside her window. Some visitors never truly leave. Happy New Year, and sleep well. If this story sent shivers down your spine, make sure to hit the like button and share it with someone who loves a good scare. Don't forget to subscribe for more bone-chilling tales every week, and turn on notifications so you never miss the next nightmare. What would you do if the midnight visitor came knocking at your door? Let us know in the comments below. Until next time, stay safe, and don't forget to lock your doors. Remember, the line between reality and the unknown is thinner than we think. Tonight's story was just one chilling reminder that some shadows carry secrets far darker than we can imagine. As you step into the new year, take care, because sometimes the past, or something worse, might follow. Sweet dreams, and we'll see you in the next story.